Go.
I'm Matt Villarreal, company is Infinite Composites Technologies. This year, more than 40 million new pressure vessels will be produced to store and transport high-pressure gases across the globe. These aren't your propane tanks fueling your backyard barbecue. These are highly engineered products designed to meet the highest operational demands. Despite incremental advances over the past 40 years, all of these vessels suffer from similar operational constraints, regardless of industry. These are used for everything from powering your Honda Civic to the launch system that sends cargo to the International Space Station. Unfortunately, the vast majority of these products use heavy metal designs from the 1800s. These are a major problem because they require 5 pounds of steel to move every pound of gas. And even the more advanced tanks that use lightweight composite materials require a separate gas-tight liner. These liners add weight, they take up usable volume, and they're the second leading cause of failures behind fires. In August of 2013, after 18 months of intense product development, my team and I completed Department of Transportation safety testing and introduced the world's first linerless composite pressure vessel for high-pressure gas storage, the Infinite Composite Pressure Vessel, or ICPV, is the best combination of weight, size, and capacity available at a competitive price. Our simplified all-composite design eliminates the need for a separate gas-tight liner, giving users up to 10% more usable volume while reducing weight by up to 40% compared to other composite tanks. We've leveraged over $1.6 million in projects from government agencies and private customers like NASA, National Science Foundation, and Green Line Fuel Corporation to develop our product. We were able to execute, so my co-founder and I surround ourselves with business and technical team members with startup experience and material science expertise. Our team's also supplemented by technical advisors who are pioneers in the fields of composite pressure vessels, compressed gas equipment, and material science. These guys believe in us so much they've invested $300,000 of their own money in our company. We've also hired on some business advisors to help us execute our strategy for business development, intellectual property, finance, and operations. Our team combined has developed a portfolio of technologies. We've gotten 1 patent awarded. We have others pending. We'll leverage our base technology to create new intellectual property like conformable tanks for passenger vehicles and cryogenic tanks for space launch systems. Currently in our pipeline we have over $3.5 million of projects. One of them is a small project for a space exploration company for developing a new product. Our first customers also engaged us for an $890,000 domestic natural gas project. And then we have a market development opportunity worth $2.4 million initially for international biogas. These are just a small sampling of opportunities in the $26 billion advanced composites market, where we'll focus mainly on the alternative fuel segment, which is worth about $6 billion. And we'll penetrate primarily within the $2 billion opportunity for natural gas transportation, which we expect to drive 10,000 units within 5 years, generating about $69 million in revenue, which is about 1.5% penetration. To fully launch our product, we need to close out our seed round, which will allow us to complete industry standard product qualification, set up in-house operations so that we can increase our throughput and improve our quality control, and it'll give us an 18-month runway so that we can execute our milestones and start delivering on some of these orders. We're offering a convertible note with a 20% conversion premium, which is triggered with our next $1.5 million equity raise, and it's got a 6% interest rate. And with our projections as they are now, within 5 years, will be valued at $180 million and expect to return about 8 times your investment. I want to thank you for your time, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Can you just go through quick the economics? So you're 10% more volume than the existing tanks, 40% less weight. I assume tank life, your cost to produce, and then your price to the customer would determine your competitive economics. So what's the math? I mean, are you effectively, on a lifetime tank value basis, lower cost than the existing steel line tank?
We actually have a lower bill of materials, so we start out with less. The aluminum and plastic liners are costly to produce, so we don't have that. We actually have a form that we use inside that serves as the structure, and we remove it, recycle it, and use it in the next tank. So we have right now we have about 45 to 50% margin, but with batch production, we can get that to 55 to 60%.
And the lifetime of the tank?
Lifetime is the same. We go through the same destructive testing. We already completed, like I said, DOT testing, which did a simulated 20-year useful life. So it went through 20,000 cycles, and then we used that for a burst test, and we still overshot our required burst by 40%.
So you've already received Department of Transportation certification.
Right.
You can legally replace existing tanks.
We can legally sell these, but most of the customers want the industry certification. So it's another level up, and it's about 10 times the cost of the DOT.
So talk about your per unit cost compared to the aluminum and plastic. What's
Right. So our per unit cost on the vessels.
sorry, retail price.
Retail price. So the vessels that we have in service right now, we sold them for $7,000 each. At the time, our cost to produce was about $4,000. Right now, it's about $3,500, and we've been doing a bottom-up cost analysis to really figure out, kind of dive into our actual cost, and that's showing closer to $3,000.
Okay, but and then what are your competitors selling the aluminum for?
The aluminum line tanks are, I mean, we're pretty competitive actually with the composite tanks, with the plastic liner. The aluminum tanks are actually more expensive because they have that extra 160 pounds of aluminum inside of it. So that's, they're above us.
Okay, they're stronger tanks, stronger product.
The aluminum?
Yeah.
They're more impact resistant, but we have to complete the same safety testing, so they're comparable, but they will withstand a forklift puncture a little better than ours, but they'll still rupture.
It seems like you're kind of doing one in, one off. I've seen these guys are Surge company, and I was an investor in Surge as well. Went through that accelerator nicely in Houston. It seems like you're doing kind of one-off custom sort of tanks. What's the real sort of big market here that you're going to penetrate?
Right, so the real market we're looking to go into is gas transportation modules. So these are like a 40-foot ISO container, be packed full of these tanks, and you use it for stranded gas or to deliver gas when the utility lines are being worked on, stuff like that.
Okay.
And that's the actual size?
No, this is just the size that we carry around. So the ones that we have in service are 24-inch diameter by 5 feet long. They hold about... What's that?
You didn't want to bring that in?
No, I mean, we could carry it in. We installed them by hand, but it's a little...
Have you sold any of those, or do you have any orders?
Any of these?
No, for the
yeah, so our first customer was Greenline Fuel Corp. They bought the first 4 units. They've been in service for 2 years, and they're also the group who's looking to order another 125 units. That's an $890,000 opportunity that we have, but we got to get certification before we can deliver those. So.
And how long does certification take?
About 90 days is the estimate from the testing facility.
And you said it's very expensive?
It's $150,000. So if you make, depending on the certification we go for, there's it's either 16 tanks or 30 tanks, and they pretty much just take them all and blow them up, shoot them with a rifle while they're filled, attack them with acid, all sorts of destructive testing.
Other questions?
So just here it says you're seeking 227K and a 5 million pre-money. I thought I saw something different.
That's the minimum we need to complete the testing. So we have 420 or 475,000 that's already secured and closed.
Okay.
We have up to $1 million we can receive
So
for
this
this
is
round,
about
but
the-
our minimum was 650,000, so that's to complete the 650.
How often does certification need to be renewed?
So you do it once for the vessel. The diameter family, like if you stay the same diameter, you get a 50% increase or decrease, and you only have to do like 4 tests, which is about $10,000. So as long as you stay within the ranges, you don't have to retest. They last for the life, even after they've changed the standard. You get grandfathered in as long as you completed it.
Define the patent number, is it on your website, or is you have a website?
Yeah, so our website is under construction right now, but I can send you the patent information.
There's a public, there's a.
Yeah, it's
You get that to Mark.
the assignee is Clean NG LLC. That's our legal name. While we were in search, we rebranded the company to Infinite Composites because we didn't want to be solely pigeonholed into the natural gas space and tied to the price of commodities.
Clean and what?
Clean NG, CLEANNG, all one word.
Okay. I got it, okay.
One last quick question, almost out of time. All right,
Thanks, guys.
thank you.